Okay, this is a brief overview of the Speak Ukulele system. We'll start here on the menu page. You see we have 4 different videos with different tutorials that go in depth on some of the features, and we have 3 sections to the course. So let's just jump right in and we'll go to the first section of the course, which is the Ukulele Tuner. The Ukulele Tuner works very simply. You just click on one of the buttons and it will continue to play the note of the string over and over as you tune your ukulele. Okay? And when you want to switch, you can either click another string and it'll switch over, or if you want to stop it, you can just click the button again to turn it off. Okay? Great. Now from here we can go back to the menu, or we can go to the main area of the system, or we can go to the next screen. The next screen would be the Fretboard Notes audio chart. And this is basically a handy device to have to learn all the different notes running all the way up the fretboard. And you can see that when the strings are open, we have G, C, E, and A. And as we go up, we can see that placing your finger on the first string of the first fret of the A string gives you a B flat. And we can just run right up. So if you're looking at some sheet music, or if you want to try and construct your own chords, this is kind of a nice way to kind of put it together and kind of figure out how the music works that you're going to be playing. Well, let's go now back to the menu, and we'll choose the main stage. Now we're going to be going into depth on some of the other videos for some of these advanced features. So we'll just give a quick overview of what is here. Now up in this corner we have the play by ear training mode, and this is a button which you click on and it turns it on and off. We'll go into depth on that later. The main area here you see is a digital card which can be turned over. On one side we have a fretboard, and it shows the finger positions to create a chord, and when you click on the card it turns over and shows you the name of the chord. Okay? Now you can also hear the chord being played by choosing this button, Audio. Turns it on, and the audio will play in a slow strum pattern, and then it'll repeat in one that you might hear in a song. This is to help you begin to recognize the chords when you hear them. Okay, now if we choose these buttons up here, it takes us to the next card in the sequence, which is the A7, and we can toggle through all 168. Or we can choose random and it'll go to a random chord. Here we have the B minor, random again, now we have A7, okay, and so on. Now I should point out that in the beginner mode it has limited the set of available chords. We've divided it into 3 different sets. So when you get to expert mode, that's when you have all 168 available. Okay, so you can choose your level that you want to start at right here. Now on this side here we have grouping. This is going to be dealt with in another video as well. This is basically a way to create sets of cards for practice. And this button here is very important. This tells you which side of the card you want to see first. Now right now it's fretboard facing, because that means we see the fretboard. But if I click on it and now it's chord facing, you'll see the next card will show us this side of the card first. And this is a good way then to be able to quiz yourself. You can go through the cards and try and see if you can create the chord, and of course you can always turn it over and get the answer. Okay, so you can turn the cards either side first. That's really important. Down here we have a chord box. This shows you all the available chords in the set you currently have. So since we are in the beginner level with no subsets created, we see all the available chords here. If I were to click on the expert, you see that now it has added chords, and now this is all 168 chords. And you can go to any one of these just by clicking on it, and it jumps straight to it. Okay. The next thing is autoplay, and autoplay we're also going to deal with in depth in another video, but the idea here is that once you've created your chords and you've set up the way you want to practice, you can just hit autoplay and it'll start to run through the cards automatically. And of course you can turn the audio on as well while you're in autoplay. And below it you see that there's a number and a slider here, and this is going to adjust how long you look at side A of the card. Okay, so if you want it to be 9 seconds on the fretboard side, the B side always plays for 3 seconds. So that's just depending on which way you've turned the card, face up. And that's autoplay. Okay. So that's pretty much it for the overview. We'll go into depth on how you can use these to create lessons and the more advanced features here in other videos.